On March 25th, Russia launched 2 Zircon missiles towards the capital of Ukraine, Kyiv. The missiles were notably fast, making the journey to Kyiv in less than 3.5 minutes. There wasn't even enough time to sound the alarm before the missiles were intercepted by Ukraine's air defense systems. On February 7th, there were reports of Ukraine intercepting a Zircon missile, but only small fragments were found. This time, large debris was recovered, and the warhead had been directly damaged by the intercepting missile. This is significant news since the Zircon missile is often promoted as invincible for its ability to reach speeds of up to Mach 9 or 10,000 km per hour and is typically considered too fast for conventional air defense systems to intercept. The situation begs the question, has the Zircon missile been overhyped, or is Ukraine's air defense remarkably efficient? Ukrainian Air Force spokesperson Ilya Yevlash revealed that the Zircon missile slows down to about Mach 4.5 in its final attack phase. At this speed, Ukraine's SAMPT and Patriot air defense systems can effectively engage it. To date, Ukraine has likely received 4 Patriot systems and 1 SAMPT system from the United States and Europe. These systems are on par with, or if not more potent than, the Patriot. Russia also possesses another hypersonic missile, the Kinzhal, with a claimed range of 2,000 kilometers and a top speed of Mach 7. The arrival of the Patriot air defense system in Ukraine in April last year had previously been met with much bluster from Russia. On March 9 last year, Russia launched 6 Kinzhal missiles in one day, followed by launches on March 18th and April 11th, none of which were intercepted. However, this streak was short-lived. On May 4th, a Kinzhal missile traveling at a reduced speed of Mach 1.9 was taken down by a Patriot system. The operators had not initially recognized it as the famed Kinzhal missile, but still managed to accurately hit the hypersonic missile's warhead. Ukraine's Patriot missiles are not even the latest version, but managed to knock down the much-hyped hypersonic missiles with ease. The actual speeds of the Zircon and Kinzhal missiles, claimed to be Mach 9 and Mach 7 respectively, were exaggerated. In reality, they were much slower when intercepted. Despite these setbacks, Russia did not give up easily. On May 16th, Russian forces launched a concentrated attack on the Patriot missile systems using Iskander missiles to lure them into operation. This was then followed by 6 Kinzhal missiles launched simultaneously from 6 MiG-31 aircrafts. Fortunately, NATO's early warning systems in the Black Sea had alerted Ukraine before the MiG-31Ks took off. This allowed the Patriot systems to track the Kinzhal launchers without needing to activate their radars. After the unstoppable Kinzhal hypersonic missile failed in Ukraine, Putin was forced to retract his claims, stating it was not a hypersonic missile. China's Ordnance Industry Science Technology magazine also published an article questioning the performance of the Kinzhal missile. The article acknowledged, increasing evidence shows that the claims of the US and Ukraine shooting down the Kinzhal are true. This raises questions about the capabilities of China's much-touted DF-17 hypersonic missiles designed to target US aircraft carriers with a supposed ability to fly at 10 times the speed of sound and dodge interceptions. In reality, all current hypersonic missiles, whether using glide body technology like the DF-17 or scramjet technology like Russia's Zircon, must reduce their speed to below Mach 5 for targeting, making them interceptable by systems like the Patriot. The effectiveness of US interception systems has been demonstrated in both the Red Sea and Ukrainian battlefields. Thus, the first wave of missile attacks by the PLA against US aircraft carriers or Russia's attempts to strike European capitals may not be as effective as imagined. The capabilities of China's DF-21D anti-ship ballistic missile, which boasts a penetration warhead and high-speed terminal descent to pierce through multi-layered decks of aircraft carriers, also seem to fall short of expectations. For instance, on March 23rd, a Panamanian flagged oil tanker operated by China was hit by 5 anti-ship ballistic missiles. This resulted in a minor fire on deck that was extinguished in half an hour without causing any casualties or significant damage to the tanker. This incident indicates the limited terminal speed and explosive power of these missiles, a characteristic shared by many Chinese DF missiles. In fact, the explosive power of the Zircon missile is quite poor. Due to its high flight speed, efforts are made to minimize the payload to maintain its velocity and range. Initially, President Putin claimed the Zircon's warhead weighed 400 kilograms, but a check by Ukraine revealed it was only 100 kilograms, with the actual amount of explosive being just 40 kilograms. When compared to other anti-ship missiles, the Zircon's explosive load is significantly lesser. The LRASM has a warhead of 450 kilograms with 110 kilograms of explosives, while the Harpoon missile's warhead is 220 kilograms containing 90 kilograms of explosives. Even France's Exocet missile carries a warhead weighing 165 kilograms with 65 kilograms of explosives. This makes the Zircon's explosive payload considerably smaller, especially when compared to the Soviet-era missiles that weighed a ton. Originally hailed as the ultimate aircraft carrier killer, the Zircon missile's performance on the battlefield has struggled to penetrate the Aegis combat system's comprehensive defense network. Even if it were to break through, the 40 kilograms of explosives would hardly inflict fatal damage on aircraft carriers or destroyers, at best causing only minor damage to frigates. Since China developed the DF-17 hypersonic glide vehicle technology, it has boasted about its ability to take down American aircraft carriers. If not for these recent actual combat cases, the CCP could have continued to exaggerate the capabilities of its anti-ship ballistic missiles and hypersonic weapons. However, allies like Russia and the Houthis have been less than helpful in this regard. Why can America's Patriot system intercept Russian missiles? It's because both Chinese and Russian missiles have copied the dual cone design of the American Pershing II missile. This design features a sharp cone at the front and a slightly tapered cylinder at the back, which might seem insignificant now, but was a major innovation during the 1970s and 1980s when Pershing II first appeared. This allowed the missile's control surfaces to be hidden behind the shockwaves of high-speed flight, ensuring precise control in a stable aerodynamic environment. The Pershing II missile reaches speeds of 12 to 14 Mach upon re-entry and maintains a velocity of 6 to 8 Mach even after passing the re-entry's hottest phase. Its dual cone design stabilizes the missile for level flight, activates radar, and prepares for final targeting once it reaches a predetermined altitude above the target, eventually slowing down to below 5 Mach. This design became the forefather of modern precision-guided missiles. China and Russia began copying the Pershing II dual-cone design in the 1980s to target American aircraft carriers, employing this technology in missiles like the DF-11, 15, 16, 21, and 26 by the early 21st century. Since the Americans developed the Pershing II missile, they also devised methods to intercept it, knowing its capabilities better than anyone else. Thus, whether it's the PAC-2 or PAC-3, these systems are theoretically capable of neutralizing missiles that utilize the Pershing II's dual-cone technology from Russia and China. In essence, the Patriot missile defense system acts as a robust shield, effectively protecting against a variety of threats. This includes the dual-cone technology missiles from China, Russia's Kinzhal missiles, and several Chinese missiles like the DF-21D, DF-26B, YJ-21, as well as the newly introduced air-launched ballistic missile aboard the H-6 bomber. After Ukraine downed 6 of Russia's Kinzhal hypersonic missiles, President Putin was enraged, ordering a major cleanup in the military-industrial sector. In May of last year, 3 hypersonic technology experts from the Russia Academy of Sciences Siberian branch were arrested. 3 experts are at the forefront of Russia's hypersonic technology sector. One is the founder of a laboratory specializing in hypersonic technologies. Another heads a lab with a unique hypersonic wind tunnel. And the third is a 75-year-old fluid dynamics expert revered in his field. They have together authored a book that is considered the authoritative work on Russian hypersonic technologies. Beijing's development of the supersonic combustion ramjet engine draws heavily from Russian expertise. On February 25th last year, China tested the DF-27 missile, which flew for 12 minutes over a distance of 2,100 kilometers, achieving a speed of Mach 10 before it could no longer continue. This suggests that the hypersonic weapons China has developed from technology acquired from Russia are somewhat average in performance. Furthermore, China acquired a complete set of precision casting technologies from 2 retired Russian engineers who previously worked in a major Russian factory. These instances are just the tip of the iceberg, with likely many more unreported cases. Many of China's weapons are copies of Russians' designs, and although Russia is not happy with it, it has no choice but to turn a blind eye due to its reliance on Chinese support. With President Putin offering Vladivostok as a port for China, it is likely that China's recruitment of Russian military and technological talents will become even more overt in the future. Based on the performance of the Zircon missile, if China has indeed utilized Russian missile technology, it would become apparent to others that China has been misled. Consequently, the Chinese government quickly denied these allegations, asserting that its hypersonic missile technology was developed independently. However, it is widely believed that China's technological advancements are heavily reliant on espionage, suggesting that the funds invested may have been wasted. Putin's boldness in attacking Ukraine is undoubtedly linked to his military's exaggerated military power flaunted on paper. Similarly, China's Xi Jinping might eventually discover that the J-20 fighter jets, the 003 aircraft carrier, and the DF missiles do not perform as advertised. Should this be the case, some may face severe repercussions in their fury. The United States used to experiment with hypersonic missiles in the 1960s, but soon recognized that the extreme heat generated by hypersonic flight posed a significant challenge to materials and structure, along with astronomical costs. Furthermore, these missiles lacked effective stealth capabilities. They were easily detectable once launched, making them less efficient than using advanced stealth aircraft, which is equipped with short-range precision weapons for quick strikes, which was a more cost-effective approach. As a result, the US swiftly shifted its focus towards stealth technology, leading to the development of stealth fighters, missiles, and drones. They even made refueling aircraft stealthy. Simply put, despite the hype around hypersonic missiles, they came with many practical issues and were costly. Stealth technology, in contrast, proved to be very practical, allowing for undetectable operations and easy targeting. However, just when it seemed the US was solely focused on stealth, in recent years it has revisited hypersonic weapons and are quickly developing several models. The US Army's Dark Eagle hypersonic missile LRHW is expected to have a prototype by 2024, with each unit costing an astonishing $41 million. This indicates the US takes this technology seriously. Not to be outdone, on March 17th, the US Air Force successfully tested the Air-Launched Rapid Response Weapon, or AGM-183A, hypersonic glide-body missile over the Pacific, launched from a B-52 bomber out of Guam. Although official details on the missile's speed were not disclosed, insiders suggest it reached speeds of up to Mach 20. This test, conducted from a key base for potential conflicts in the Asia-Pacific region, serves as both a technological demonstration and a significant deterrent signal to China. Moreover, by 2025, the US Air Force plans to do advanced testing of a new type of hypersonic cruise missile powered by a scramjet engine. This missile, smaller and launched from fighter jets, allowing for great numbers to be carried, is a more versatile option than China's boost glide vehicles, which requires bombers for launch. The US strategy appears to mirror a hypersonic version of the Star Wars program, where they were watching as China and Russia invest in potentially unreliable technologies and then enter the fray with superior technological prowess. In a Zircon missile attack on March 25th, Kyiv stood out as the only city that successfully intercepted the missile, while other cities like Odessa, Poltava, and Kremenchuk suffered missile strikes. Notably, this particular launch marked a departure from the usual seaborne launches, as the Zircon missiles were directly launched from land, indicating Russia's capability to deploy these missiles broadly within its territory. Launched from Crimea to Kyiv at speeds of Mach 6, the missile covered over 600 kilometers in just 3.5 minutes. For targets within 300 kilometers, Zircon could potentially hit in less than 2 minutes at speeds of Mach 9. Putin claims that with highly toxic fuel, the Zircon's range could extend to 1,000 kilometers, capable of striking European capitals within 6 minutes. This underscores the importance of establishing missile defense systems in Europe. However, Europe has been unable to establish a comprehensive missile defense system due to over a decade of Russian political obstruction. The Obama administration launched the European Phased Adaptive Approach (EPAA) in 2009, intending to deploy missile defense systems in Europe gradually to protect against Iranian medium and intermediate range ballistic missiles. Russia's strong opposition to the EPAA plan led to a proposal in November 2011 to deploy radar stations in its southwestern territory, signaling that the system was not intended against Russia. At the NATO summit in Chicago in May 2012, Russia's proposal did not receive a positive response. In October 2013, the US cancelled the fourth phase of the EPAA, opting not to deploy advanced SM-3 Block 2B interceptors in Poland in a bid to ease tensions with Russia over missile defense issues. However, this move did not fundamentally alter Russia's negative stance on European missile defense. Around 2011, Romania established a land-based Aegis Ashore system, which was upgraded around 2015 to include more advanced SM-3 Block 1B interceptors. By the end of 2023, Poland's Aegis Ashore system became operational, equipped with SM-3 Block 2A interceptors capable of intercepting intercontinental ballistic missiles. It was not until the outbreak of the Russian-Ukrainian war in 2022 that European countries realized the critical importance of missile defense systems. However, starting deployment at this stage may be too late.